All right, guys, we are back, and I have a bizarre one for you here. Uh, social media, social media and boxing. It makes for a WWE type product when it comes to the sport of boxing. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I like the energy coming, with the fighters, speaking their piece on here against each other, trying to make fights happen. But this one here just comes out of left field. We're talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and Conor Benn. You heard me right. Gervonta Tank Davis, the 135-pound WBA champion, and Conor Benn, who is a 147-pound fighter. He fights at welterweight, guys. He just fought this past weekend. I think it was against Peter Dobson over on the Zone, and it was kind of he won the fight, I think, by unanimous decision. A lot of people thought it was a lackluster performance. Not quite like the performances before. You guys know he got popped with an illegal banned substance in his system, and people were wondering, would he still be that same guy? Would he still have all that power? It didn't show up in the fight. He did win the fight by unanimous decision. So, it is what it is. But anyway, he had a list of guys that basically he wanted to see next year. I guess he put it up on his Twitter. And he had Devin Haney on that list, Chris Eubanks Jr., Errol Spence Jr., Brooke, and Mario Barrios on the list as well. Now, what's funny about the whole thing is Gervonta Tank Davis responds to this list by saying, "No funny, the way you look last night, give me 3 weeks and a weekend in Turks and your ass is grass, you hear me?" So, out of nowhere, Gervonta Tank Davis is pretty much kind of like calling out Conor Benn, who fights at 147. And Conor Benn, of course, responds. Let me see if I can pull up his response here. 1 second, guys. Let me pull it up here. Oh, here it is. It says, "Oh, here he is, the woman beating Munchkin from Oz. Let's do it next." So he, challenges Gervonta Tank Davis to a fight. And Gervonta says, "Sure, why not? Where would you like your ass whooping at, bruh?" And then they bring Eddie Hearn into it. I think they tagged Eddie Hearn. So it seems like Gervonta Tank Davis and Conor Benn are talking about fighting each other. And I think that's just odd, because we've been hearing a lot from Gervonta Tank Davis's fans. I'm a fan as well, but I haven't been saying some of the things that I've been hearing because you guys know I want the best to fight the best, no matter if, I'm a fan of you or not. You still, in my mind, in my eyes, I think you still need to face the best competition. But we've been hearing a lot of excuses being made for Gervonta Tank Davis not to face Devin the Dream Haney. One of those big excuses was that, Gervonta Tank Davis is a lightweight. Devin Haney fights at 140. Devin Haney is too big. Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney doesn't bring any money to the table. Just a lot of different excuses being made why that fight can't get over the hump. And now you have Gervonta Tank Davis saying that he's willing to go to 147 and face Conor Benn. So it really doesn't make any sense. So that's why I'm saying is out in left field. Why would he try to fight Conor Benn and not face Devin Haney? That's the fight that people want to see. You're going to jump all the way up to 147 to fight Conor Benn, but you won't go to 140 to fight Devin Haney. Make it make sense. You put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia, and you don't want to fight Devin Haney at 140, but you were willing to go up to 140 to fight Mario Barrios, and now you're willing to go up to 147 to fight Conor Benn. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. So I don't know where Gervonta's mind is. I don't know if he's on the same page with his promotion company. It just doesn't seem like it. I don't think he calls his own shots, to be honest with you guys. I think his team moves him a certain way. But I think sometimes he gets on Twitter and he just, says things. And it's unfortunate. I don't know. Will this fight happen? I'm not sure. It doesn't really make any sense. Nobody's calling for this. And like I said, Over here in the United States, a lot of times, you know, the fights that the fans want to see, the promotion companies try their damnedest not to make them. They tell us that the fans are wrong and this doesn't make any sense and this guy fights at this weight and we're not going to do that. This guy doesn't bring any money in. It's nothing but excuses. And that's what I was saying in the video about Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's over there trying to make big fights happen. He's over there trying to give the fans what they want. And now we have this big situation here, this Twitter spat. Now, I don't know if it's going to amount to anything. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We did hear Calvin Ford said, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis's next opponent is going to be an oldie but a goodie. I'm sure that's not Conor Benn. You know, he's not an oldie guy. He's definitely not a goodie. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I think it's good for the sport for these guys to mix it up, you know, on Twitter. But, you know, make the fights that make sense. We want Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. We want Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. Not Gervonta Tank Davis versus Conor Benn. That's not what we're asking for. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this situation. I think it's a hot mess. It doesn't really make any sense. I just don't get why Gervonta's calling out Conor Benn. Maybe you guys can make sense of it. Let me know about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.